So I saw a question on one of the videos I did a long time ago, which kind of spawned a thought in my mind, because I get asked all the time about training for ultra marathons, especially first timers and things like that, people transitioning from marathons into ultra running, and just generally talking to people about doing ultra running. Everyone just thinks that it's way harder to train for, and it's some sort of significant jump to go from a marathon to an ultra marathon. And ultimately, I would say I would rather run like a 100K trail race than run a street marathon. I love the Marine Corps Marathon. You know, this year will be my 10th running of it. Training to run a marathon fast, to me, is harder than training to finish an ultra. Now, those words mean something. To finish an ultra, to be an elite or run it as fast as you can, there is a lot more to it. But finishing an ultra marathon is a feat in and of itself. But it's less intensity in training. It's more about time on feet. And that's what I push. I push people that are running their first ultra marathon to really concentrate in getting time on feet. A lot of long runs, zone 2, just making sure that you can handle being on your feet for 12 hours or more. Because that's ultimately the hardest thing. In an ultra marathon, that's you have to be able to concentrate on staying upright, hydrating, and fueling. That's really ultimately, and there's a lot of other things depending on the terrain and time of year and things like that. Marathons are, you get water every mile. You don't really need to fuel that much, maybe some gels here and there, but it's just about running fast, and it is hard. It definitely is hard. I've never run a marathon and finished that and been like that was easy, because it's not. They're not. If you run them hard, if you're running to achieve the best time that you can within your fitness, they're definitely not easy. But I think ultimately I chose trail running because the training is more fun for me, because it's less intensity. It's more mileage, generally. I probably would run the same either way. It's not like I'm super fast in marathons or ultras, to be honest. But I don't have to train as much in the tempo range to run an ultra marathon. And it ultimately you can get by running less miles in an ultra marathon once you do a couple, because you really realize that it's a lot of mental toughness to get through an ultra marathon, fueling correctly and really running within your fitness. Now, you could be more fit sometimes and you can run a little harder, or there's a mountain race, or it's a flatter race, or it's cooler temps, and things that make it easier. And other times it's super hard and it's going to kick your butt no matter what you do. But you know what you can do based on your training. So if you usually stay within your fitness, things will kind of work out. Just stay slow and steady, and you can finish within the 100 miles. If it's 30-hour cutoff, that's pretty generous. And most people, if you trained at all, you should be able to finish that. But there's a lot of factors that can come into play to ruin your day. And I've been there, and so have a lot of other people. So ultimately, I don't think one is harder than the other. They're equally hard in their own ways. People compare them just because there is a mileage to them. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I'd rather run ultra marathons than marathons on their hot roads. It's just the way that I am. Let me know what you think.